Hey, what's up, lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss the fifth and final season of Netflix/DreamWorks original show, Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. So, season 4 ends off with the 6 kids, the Nublar 6 as they're now referred to, are facing off against Kenji's dad. He has revealed himself to be the leader and, owner of Manticore, who owns the island that Cash was doing different experiments in the different biomes on the different dinosaurs, starting to put the chips in their heads to make them fight because the investors need to make sure there's a show rather than just visit the dinosaurs as Jurassic Park, as Jurassic World on Isla Nublar was intended. Sorna we know as the, Site B location. So there's 3 islands we know in regards to the Jurassic dinosaurs. And so what's up with Manticore? Why is Kenji's dad working? Why is he running Manticore? And how did this happen? So Kenji's dad worked with Masari and Hammond in regards to the park itself, in regards to Jurassic World itself, and then when Jurassic Park fell, and then the kids have been lost on the 2 different islands for 6 months. There's a lot of people don't like dinosaurs anymore, so it's just a matter of how do you reinvent the spark of liking dinosaurs? Well, you got to make them fight, and you got to control them. So there's May's research, Dr. May's research, is being used to have these dinosaurs fight each other, to then have more chips installed into more dinosaurs. That way they could be literally remote controlled in order to do whatever you want them to do. Takes it up the next level. So there's this new company involved called Biosyn who wants to make a deal with Manticore, get the chips, get some dinosaurs, specific ones off of Nublar, and this is still the time period in between Fallen Kingdom, right before the crew get to Isla Nublar to save some assets prior to the island exploding because it's on an active volcano. So, flashing back to Island of Manticore Island, there's, all of our beautiful dinosaurs are back. The 2 Spinoceratop hybrids are back. You have Firecracker, the baby Brachiosaurus. There's Pierce, the Kenta, I can never remember his name. Bumpy is back. Bumpy was unfortunately taken off Nublar, mind-chipped, brought to Manticore Island. But then the Spino is there. There's, Toro is chipped, brought to Manticore Island. One of the Baryonyxes, I forget which one. But Big Meaty and Little Edie are both still on the island as well. So that island we know is still fine after the explosion and decimation of Nublar. We know that because of the post-epilogue of season 5. But watching the kids go through all of that stuff again and having Darius's brother Branch try to get the help of the 2 camp counselors whose names I can never remember, then going to Nublar to try to find them, but then having Kenji's dad working with other mercs who had issues with the kids originally, and then everybody getting eaten throughout the time, watching the mercs get eaten, watching Cash get eaten. It was just like, this is a kids show, mind you. Oh, this was deep, this was heavy, but having Sammy and Yaz to get together in the end, having Brooklyn and Kenji talk about, their relationship and things of that nature, but having Kenji trying to win his dad's approval and going to the dark side for quite some time. It was a neat turnaround. Then having Kenji help Ben deprogram Bumpy. That was a nice chain of events to get the gang back together to stop the madness that's going on, to save the island, to save the dinosaurs, and to get off the island. That's rule number 1. But if Kenji's dad bought Sammy's family's farm to provide the meat for the actual island to feed the dinosaurs, how are the dinosaurs going to continue to get fed if they're not in a hunting kind of environment? They're just like there kind of a thing. So there's only like one of each, so it's not really, they can't really reproduce unless age-old Jurassic Park life finds a way. So having then Brands and the counselors come get the kids on a boat to leave the island. Finally, they're now known throughout the media worldwide as the Nublar 6, as Kenji's dad leaves off in a plane without him, and then May calls him and he's arrested. So Kenji has nowhere to live now. So they're all doing their interview circuit. Kenji now lives with Darius and Brand and their mom. couple months go by, they're a little bit more grown up looking. They're clean. Finally, they're trimmed and hair's grown and hair's cut and all these different things, right? So Sammy is in Texas with Yaz, who's touring colleges right now. Brooklyn is on a quest to uncover some more truths about the Lockwood Manor that she keeps hearing rumors about dinosaurs. Kenji and Darius and Brand live just south of the Lockwood estate. And so the ending of the series has Darius, making a speech about the Nublar 6 and what they've learned and, how similar they are to dinosaurs and stuff like that. Ben visiting May on the island, the Manticore Island, to hang out with Bumpy. That was really cute. But it's right after the events of Fallen Kingdom where the dinosaurs are finally let loose and they start to go into the wild. So then Darius sees out the window a Brachiosaurus, and then that's it. So then that leads then into the events of Jurassic World Dominion, which I still have not seen, and I wanted to wait to see it. I didn't know if I should watch it before the events of Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous, just because, technically the movie came out, 2 months ago, and this just dropped, this past Friday. I'm currently recording this on July 25th. And so I didn't know, but then remembering that the plot points, the kids just found out that Kenji's dad is the bad guy, right? The leader of Manticore, and this was way before Dominion was a thing. So I was like, I might as well just finish it because it's the last season. I laughed, I cried, I got chills. The whole conversations between Yaz and Ben and Yaz and Sammy about feelings and, being happy, and that's all that really matters. It was just so beautiful to watch these character developments from episode 1 to the last final episode. What is it? 89, 88 episodes, something like that? No, that's way too many episodes. I don't know. I don't remember how many episodes. I think it was 8 episodes, 10, 11, 13. I think there's how many episodes per season. 88. Oh, because I got 8 episodes. Okay, that's where that comes from. This was so well done. I was very nervous originally when this first... Oh, we get more Dimorphodons, and we get more I'm sorry, not Dimorphodons, Dilophosaurus. And we get the Barbasol shaving cream on Nublar. And the leader of Biosyn's like, man, I wish I had you, 25 years ago. This would have all been so much easier when he's trying to collect dino DNA. And I freaked. I had to rewind. I was like, what? Bro, I freaked out. I absolutely freaked the freak out because it's the history of the park. It's the whole plot point of Ned breaking through and causing the chaos that shut it down in the first place. And now I got to watch the first one again. But to get the epilogue of the shaving cream can, I freaked out. Little kids, this is meant for a 7-year-old, quote unquote. They're not really going to appreciate the nostalgia and closure of the plot point of a can of shaving cream holding dino DNA. But man, to have it go complete circle, to go back to the beginning, to have another pan for pan raptor shot with Ben hiding behind a box kind of a thing, it was just so cool. It did such great fan service. It was great on nostalgia fronts, but it was a completed plot point. It was a completed story arc, and these character developments moving forward to the then direct end of the dinosaurs escaping the Lockwood estate. What happens next? I don't know if they're in Dominion. I don't think these characters are in Dominion. There, of course, could be definitely more spin-offs of these characters. What happens now moving forward years from now? Are the dinosaurs still thriving on Manticore? Is Sammy's family still providing meat? Is May getting all the tech she needs? There's so many questions, but I want to watch Dominion now to see if any of the Camp Cretaceous questions are actually answered. I don't think they are, but they can be. And there's always room for growth. There's always more room for more stories, in a world filled with dinosaurs. But again, I don't know how Dominion ends, so that might actually change. This was so well done. A lot of people didn't like how fast it was. I can understand why, but as a whole, I'm looking at the series as a whole now. As a whole, all 5 seasons with X amount of episodes was so well done. I was impressed with the first season, moving into the second, to the third, to the fourth, and now the 5th. So well done. To have the Carnotaurus, Toro, Spinosaurus, 2 Rexes, 2 Raptors, a Baryonyx, all those 7 dinosaurs just coming together and fighting. It was just so weird, but cool at the same time. Weird in the sense that they're all being controlled, minus some of them, but cool in the sense of you would have never thought back in 93 when the first one came out that this is what it would come to, that all these dinosaurs would be on the same screen at the same time in the same universe. It's so cool. So, so cool. I love it. Love the show. Love the franchise itself. On to the next review. Mucho mahalo.